Environmental influences on offenders' trends and patterns. Christina Santiago, CJ200 Fundamentals of Psychological Profiling, Purdue Global University, May 28, 2019. Weather's influence on offender trends and patterns. Heat can change a person, and lack of hydration also. According to the article, seasonal patterns in criminal victimization trends, aggravated assault rates were higher during the summer and than during the winter, spring and fall. People get angry when they are hot and disorientated, causing them to do things and not even realize that they're doing it. During the winter and the fall, everyone tends to stay home. We have the rape and sexual assault victimization rates. They tended to be higher during the summer than during the fall and winter. More people tend to go out during the summer, wear more provocative clothing, stay out later, and party and drink and don't know what's going on in their surroundings. They don't know whether somebody is following them. All that can lead to unwanted attention and predators. Family influences on offender patterns and trends. Witnessing violence at home when growing up. Family are around from day number one. You cannot pick and choose who you want as parents or guardians, but they play a huge role in the characteristics, trends, and patterns an offender would develop. Most violent behaviors are learned. A child may be exposed to violent behavior by witnessing violence or physical abuse among siblings and guardians, whether brothers or sisters, parents on parent, or parent on siblings. Even siblings hit their parents sometimes, or they watch parents abusing the elderly, their own parents. An offender may have grown up experiencing this behavior and assumed it was normal and acceptable. When exposed to this violence as a child, the chances of or risk of them becoming an offender increases by 40% according to NCJRS's statistics. If a child lacks a parent's guardian or influences, even if there is no violence in the home, the child is at risk of becoming violent. They lack affection, social bonds, and no one controls them, and they are neglected. They then also turn to social learning, peer pressure, community pressure, individual pressure to try to fit in with social norms. Social learning influences on offender trends and patterns. Individuals and their relationships with significant others, families, the community, society. They imitate what they learn, repeat the same behavior as their significant others. To the individual watching, the violence appears normal and becomes acceptable. Continuation of social learning. With social learning, an offender would develop traits and patterns by imitating other actions, people in their community, family, significant others, and society. If they are being abused by their significant other, then they can develop the same traits. Values and actions are learned by watching other people get away with it. In their eyes, they will achieve results when they want their way. If they see violence in their homes at any age, to the individual watching, the violence appears normal and becomes acceptable. They do not realize that it is not normal, like domestic violence. If the child sees their mom being abused by their dad, if it's a boy, he becomes violent. If it's a girl, she grows up a victim of crimes such as prostitution, rape, or even domestic violence. Peer pressure in school and social awkwardness leads to drug use, and other criminal activities. Most homes that do not have a father or a father figure may equal poor living environments and lack of discipline and guidance a father would give. A majority of criminals who are violent grew up without a father. Meadows, page 14. So they feel the need to compensate for a broken home. Community violence influences change in offender patterns and trends because eventually law enforcement send less officers to the scene of the crime. They do not respond as fast, so people do whatever they want, leaving victims in fear. People who are in fear will most likely turn to crime to defend their homes and family. References: U.S. Department of Justice. Source of photo, Bureau of Justice Statistics, National Crime Victimization Survey from 1993 to 2010. Meadows, Robert J. Understanding Violence and Victimization, 6th edition. Pearson Learning Solutions. Vital Book